I watch all the Sunday news shows to figure out what is really the most important things that we need to be talking about. And most of the times it turns out that we don't get much. But today there was one particular statement that was made by Maria Teresa Kumar. She is not only a pundit, but she does a whole lot in the Democratic Party. And I want you to listen to this, and then we'll take it on the other side.
But I do think that immigration, voting rights, abortion are what Democrats are going to run on in 2022, not what their spending bill is.
But I do think that this is where the Biden administration, I think, really needs to wrap themselves around, and the Democrats need to wrap themselves around and learn a little bit from the recall, in the Newsom recall. And that is, yes, right now Biden may have had a tough week, but it is an asymmetrical conversation between him and what Trump represents. Talk about the abortion bill. Talk about Larry Elders and his totality. It's the antithesis of American values. And that's where they need to lie about. Because we right now are talking about policy, but we are right now really living in a cultural war of what is the heart of America. And that is where the Biden administration really needs to lean into.
What you're saying?
She's absolutely right. What we are in is a cultural war. And speaking policy does not speak to that cultural war, but speaking to that cultural war actually speaks to policy. In other words, and that is why what she's saying is so important. If we go into this debate talking about policy and policy and policy, and we allow the right to frame an immoral ideology into a form that appeals to many on the right and otherwise, they will win because they know how to do it. We know how to do it as well. But what we have to do is frame it on a values basis. And after framing on a value basis, understand that out of those values come the policies that America say they want. If you value life, you value health care. If you value life, you value a vaccine. If you value vaccines, you value the implicitly all of humanity. And we can go from policy to policy to policy in the form of values, in the form of what they're doing. As she says, it's the antithesis to what we are all about. Maria Teresa Kumar. Perfect statement in a few lines for the Democratic Party, and I hope they heed that message. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead, number one, subscribe to our channel, and number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.